Grossman, please.
For once, I would write down what actually I was going to say instead of just winging it. Andy Grossman, 13 Hilltop View Road in New Milford. I wonder how many people here might have noticed there was a thread on Facebook today where somebody talked about the need for civility in our politics and in our town. And I thought it was highly ironic that this thread then descended into the usual name calling that you usually see on Facebook. I agree with the sentiment that, as Jackie said, that things here are certainly in terms of name calling, and it is certainly been worse than it has been in a long time. But it's more complicated than that, than just saying we need civility. Geez, we shouldn't say bad things about each other. This is the first really contentious election we've had in this town. And it's naturally, politics is as famous saying is politics isn't beanbag. Things are going to be said in politics, as we've seen tonight. The only thing I would ask is that these criticisms be based on facts, okay? Facts, evidence, okay? Not unsubstantiated broadsides and groundless charges of the sort that we see in letters to the editor and on social media. Things that absolutely have no basis in fact. Okay, I mean, we shouldn't be naive. Politics can be messy. There's a lot at stake in this town this year. It's been years since we've had a true two-party system in town. So naturally, it's going to be tense and things are going to be said. But there's no reason why things should not be based in facts. The issue here tonight about Mr. Esposito, people said he's not here tonight. Well, it's too bad. You know, he could be here tonight, but he's not. That's not really our issue. The question really is this based on fact? Okay, it has nothing to do with a political attack on somebody. Is this based on fact? Is there any evidence to back this up? It has nothing to do with a political attack, because you could say anything is a political attack. And what we're doing tonight is to see whether there is any evidence and whether it should be referred to the Ethics Commission. This is not a hanging party. We're not out here to hang Mr. Esposito. We're here to look after the facts, unlike what people say in the newspaper and social media with all these groundless charges. And here's an example of some of the groundless things we've heard. The Pettibone that's coming up tonight, as Mr. Mullen said, costing 1/10 of what the turf field would be. You've seen things on Facebook where people say it's going to cost millions of dollars. I saw one figure that was $10 to $15 million. Letters to the paper, millions and millions of dollars. It's not even going to be costing 1/10 of that. And this is a huge resource. And somebody said, well, this town is too small for a community center. That's ridiculous. Okay, either this town grows, either we invest in this town and this town grows, or it dies. Either we invest in this town, we put money into this town, or it becomes like Derby and it becomes like some of these other Naugatuck Valley towns, manufacturing towns that shriveled up and died. We need to invest in this town. The mayor has been investing in this town. And I applaud the mayor for investing in this town. Is he a perfect mayor? Of course not. You'd be the first to say that. Has he made mistakes? Of course he's made mistakes. He's learning on the job. We understand that. This is his first term. Okay? We all understand that people everybody learns on the job. But the money he has saved for this town, the things he has done for this town, is some of the accusations that have come out about him without any evidence, without any proof, in newspapers and social media, is outrageous. And I advise people to make sure, when they look at things, to make sure things are facts, make sure there's evidence. Okay? And Mr. Barnes is talking tonight. It's a basic strategy that goes back to Watergate. Attack your attacker. Okay? Instead of speaking to the facts, you attack the attackers. Okay? Talking about, oh, the newspaper wasn't fair. Well, the newspaper tried to contact him. They tried to get his side of the story. He wasn't there. He didn't. What is the newspaper going to do? They're not going to hold the story. Okay? You know, Mr. Kane. Okay? Mr. Barnes alludes to some scandal about Mr. Kane, some ethics thing about Mr. Kane from a few years ago. Where are the facts? Where are the facts? You see, I think I'm aware of what Mr. Barnes was talking about, and there's absolutely nothing to it. And I guess maybe Republicans on this thing will probably bring it up later. And it's just scurrilous. It's just scurrilous accusations, and it's just nothing but petty politics, which has been here which is just outrageous. The last thing I would say is Mr. Barnes talking about cronyism. That's a laugh. If people remember our last administration, it was cronyism to the hilt. And I didn't see Mr. Barnes talking about that. Last mayor was appointing all of her friends and people that she knew. The fact that the mayor is appointing qualified people, that's all that counts. Are these people qualified? Are they able to do the job? It doesn't matter if the new town attorney is a friend of his. Is she qualified? And that's all I'm going to say. And I want to say that please vote for the community center. Quality of life is the most important thing we can do to get this town growing. The community center will add to the quality of this life in this town. Thank you.